Did the RBI governor hint at a change in stance? That's the doubt nagging the bond market after the governor's speech at the FICCI-IBA yesterday. The words mentioned by the governor are, quote, "The balance between inflation and growth is well poised here," unquote. Latha is here to explain why the market is excited about this sentence in the governor's speech. Latha, over to you.
Yeah, the governor's speech at the FICCI-IBA conference was an interesting one, but this sentence didn't make headlines. Because when you say it, it doesn't sound that important. The balance between inflation and growth is well poised. But later the speech was put on the website, and I want to bring your attention, if we can get the picture of that quote itself. This one line has been put in bold. Now you can see. The rest of the sentences are okay, but the balance between inflation and growth is well poised is put in bold. Is the governor, highlighting that to say that we are in a neutral stance? And, in the previous instances, for instance, in the monetary policy of August 8th and in the minutes, whenever such sentences have come, they've been followed up by saying that food inflation is still very high. But those sentences are importantly absent in this paragraph. And the possibility is that the Reserve Bank is veering around to the idea that the monsoon has been excellent, the second half, probably the La Nina effect. And therefore, the second quarter CPI number, which the Reserve Bank had upped from 3.8 to 4.4, is not going to be 4.4. It is going to come closer to 3.8% or maybe at 3.8%. So it is undershooting the Reserve Bank's forecasts. Also, moving away from food, the extent of Chinese slowdown and disinflation in several commodities is likely to keep our core inflation, core CPI, continue to remain around the 3% mark. Now, in terms of liquidity, the Reserve Bank has already restored liquidity. Liquidity was tight a year ago. Now, the banks are not going and borrowing from the Reserve Bank as much. It's only on a straight day. So this withdrawal of accommodation stance perhaps has to go. Is that what the governor is trying to say in his speech, that the withdrawal of accommodation stance in the upcoming monetary policy, that is on October 8th, will change to neutral? That is what is bugging people in the bond markets. They didn't find that when the speech was made yesterday. But when you saw the printed copy and the bold letters, then there is a very clear expectation that they'll change the stance to neutral in the October policy, and that paves the way for a rate cut sometime soon.
Okay. All right, Latha. Thanks very much for that. So that's on the macros. We're talking about the macros. The US markets will be in focus because of the August jobs data. So let's see. That'll be a near-term macro point to watch out for. But as of now, for the markets, it's still weak. No real recovery which has taken place. Down around over 200 odd points for the Nifty and down 800 odd points for the Sensex. Take a break. On the other end, we'll be talking to Sumit Gupta of Centrum to discuss their recent initiation note on the hospital sector. Stay tuned.